hey, let's do a spontaneous flick right quick. So I'm gonna have to do two of these things. So whenever you're trying to back up into a trailer and you need to figure out, you have to make sure that you're centered on your kingpin, right? So how do you do that? How do you go about doing that? Well, for me, when I was on the van side, I would line up this groove right here with a certain spot on my trailer. Now, I don't have a Schneider trailer right here, but I'll just use this one next to me. On the driver's side is what I'll be looking at. But I'm looking at this seam, right? Sometimes it'll be a seam, sometimes it's a rivet or a bolt or something. Sometimes it was the little black rubber bumper things that was right there, but I would line it up to whatever that spot was. Whatever was right there is what I would look at, right? So I would do that, and I would know that, hey, if my groove is lined up right there, I know for a fact that I'm centered, right? So in this case, I have an intermodal trailer, right? And I'm starting to learn that if I line up this groove with essentially what's the center about right here, biggest thing that I could see from the driver's seat is this hole right here. So essentially I'm lining up with this right here, but this doesn't hurt, it's just a little off. So you get in there, you line it up, you see what's going on, you get out. Schneider's way, you get out just to make sure everything looks great. In this case, I just pulled out because I just had to have this on trailer fixed. But basically what you're looking at is making sure that you have clearance. You don't want to be too high because you don't want to skip your plate. You skip your plate, you're gonna have issues, right? And then you get underneath, Schneider's way, you get underneath and you're gonna make sure that your kingpin, bam, right there, is centered. Now, how do we do this on here? So right here, I'm looking at this right here, all right? So we're going up. I know for a fact that I'm centered because I just had to pull out again, like I said, because I was having issues with this trailer and it's just been fixed, so I want to rehook up. But in a nutshell, you're looking at how centered are you? And in this case, on my truck, I don't know if this is standard on all trucks, on Freightliners, but I'm looking at this being centered right here. Okay, so come right here and look straight up. And where is it? Bam, there we go right there, all right? That's good. Now we're gonna looking at the kingpin and we're going straight. I'm a little off there. Okay, there we go. Wrong angle. Okay, I'm looking straight and bam, we're headed straight to that hole right there. That's what you're looking for. So when you're out here, find some way of making sure that you're centered, visual on the outside. Because what you don't want to do is back up, pull forward, back up, pull forward. Now, I will say that on these intermodal trailers, it's a little harder because you've got this right here, and then you've got this hole, which is to say it comes in right here, and then back here it comes back out. Whereas opposed to the van trailers, you got a solid wall going all the way back, right? So that's a good line. You can use that. It's harder for me to a degree to back up into a spot because I've got that and I've got this, but I don't have any real guide right here to say, hey, you're too far to the left or too far to the right, or you're coming in at an angle, so you have to constantly watch that. What? Let's do this too. So the reason why I'm gonna try and do this. The reason why I've been down is because my air. I had a serious leak, and I'm gonna try and get this angle right. But essentially, getting underneath here. Okay, see that right there? Where that hole is in that gold nut, all of my air, it was coming out. So that's my air tank. You've got 4 air lines right there, and then all my air was coming out of that big nut right there. There's a hole right there. So I've been here since essentially yesterday. I was here yesterday to pick this up. I was able to move it, and then I was able to park it right here, and I thought everything was fine. Then I tried to move it, and it wouldn't go nowhere. So I had to call, I had to leave here and come back this morning. I've been here about 6:45 this morning, and he finally fixed it. Come to find out, this is the craziest thing. Come to find out, so he was underneath there, and he was, trying to fix it, whatever. there was a bird's nest or a partial bird's nest on the inside of it that clogged up everything. And I guess it was also wet too, because he said it was also frozen. Like there was water inside and it was frozen, and it is what it is. So, based on that show, that's what they told me to do. We're gonna come back up here. All right, so you might have an air leak, and it may not be specific like that, but it'll be from that same bolt right there. What he said was, you have your blue line and your red line. In some cases, your lines are fixed, meaning that your trailer had an issue before. They came out, they quote unquote fixed it, but in the process of quote unquote fixing it, they swapped lines. So basically what he said was, sometimes in order to fix your leak, you have to put the red with the blue and the blue with the red, right? In this case, my situation was because of a bird's nest. And he said it didn't make no sense because it's the smallest bird's nest. I guess it's a hummingbird. I don't know. I've never seen a hummingbird's nest. I don't know. But yeah, so sometimes what you have to do is swap out your lines, red and blue, and that should work for certain situations, except for my situation. So anyway, yeah, so use the groove. Find some sort of a point on your trailer, you know, whether it be the edge of your tire and the edge of the trailer, or maybe it's the groove. I don't know. Maybe it's something that you see in your mirror. I don't know. Whatever you need to do, that's what you do. You know, whatever you discover, that's what you do. That way, you're always centered. I'm always centered. With these intermodal trailers, I can be diagonally, in a sense, because I don't have that line going back, but I'm always centered if I was to go all the way back and connect with my kingpin. I'm just diagonally, you know, so at that point I would just, you know, fix it, straighten it out, whatever, and I'm good to go. So hope that helps. Those two things, find some sort of a point to get centered. And if you ever have a air leak, I don't think it's specifically with the chassis here, but you know, whether chassis or van, if you have an air leak, try that. Maybe that'll save you a day of just waiting, you know, where, you know, you got air leaking out of your lines over here, and it could be the fact that that trailer has been worked on previously and they quote unquote fixed it, but now your lines over here, glad hands, need to be swapped. So again, just put the blue with the red and red with the blue. All right. So hope this helps, and I will see y'all next time. I'm getting a new truck today, so maybe I'll do a new truck video. Anyway, you know what? This will be the 6th truck that I've been in with Schneider. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.